So, the sensitive approach is the way that I've developed to work with clients and has come about through my time working with clients both in person and online, and it's sort of developed and it continues to evolve, but there are certain parts of it that are just fundamental to the sensitive approach. So it's been sensitive to everything that the client brings to the session. So the client is at the core. We're alongside them. They're the expert. This is their journey, and we're their guide. So that's the basic principle really behind it, that it's encouraging them to have confidence in their system, the way they're responding to stress, the way that they respond to the SSP, the way they use different activities. It will be whatever's right for them. So it really is a tailored to them, and it's how we can do that. And so what the aim is for their system to feel as settled as possible in the sessions, so that their system is then most able to respond to the SSP listening and those changes at the brainstem level and their internal system, so that they can then incorporate them, their system can integrate it, and it's just part of that process right from the time that we begin meeting them, understanding the intake process, the information that gives us that we can then work with, how we relate during the sessions, how they feel comfortable, how we feel comfortable, how it's this backwards and forwards, almost like a dance, how we look for different features, how we help them understand what they're sensing, so that we're making the implicit explicit, it's sharing, so that we can then guide them to share with us, so that we can then titrate the SSP that is at the right level for them, at the right pace, doing it. And that's what this is all about. So this incredible tool, SSP, it has such incredible impact on someone's system and the way they can live their life. We want to get the best for them. And this approach is all about creating the setting so that the SSP can do its work. So the sensitive approach course builds on the Unite course in what I hope is a really lovely way. I've had the privilege of being involved with developing the Unite, or it was ILS, the SSP guidelines and training since 2019 actually, when I met Dr. Porges in Florida at the first gathering, SSP gathering, and he kindly asked me after that to adapt the work and the guidelines for using SSP, and the way it's all evolved. And it's still such a new tool, really, and the way it's evolved and the way that we're using it continues to evolve. And so the sensitive approach really reflects my new understanding and how we can take it to a new level. So the basic training gives really good guidance on how to start using SSP, and then this course will be how to really incorporate it into your different therapeutic models, to fine-tune things, to explore different ways of using it, and it will build on creating the safe before the sound, create on less is more for the titration, going into more details of titration, but then with my medical background, always going back to first do no harm, and that's so important to me, which is why it's the sensitive approach. That really is my fundamental background, and that's what I hope, and I just hope my passion comes across, because it keeps on evolving, and I just love this work, and I just hope that this course will evolve as well. Well, my motivation for creating this course is my motivation for this work, which is hard to describe because I'm just so passionate and excited by it. I get so much from every session with my clients to see how the theory of neuroplasticity, that message of hope, actually translates into the work. I see it happening in front of my eyes when clients get something, or the SSP shifts something, and you work through a shift and you help someone stabilize and settle their system. And it's just like, oh, where am I? And then you help explain to them what's happened, so they start to understand their system more. And it's such a backwards and forwards. It's just a beautiful, beautiful experienced, and I want to be able to share that so that other providers can get the experience to be able to share with their clients, and then it just continues. And it's based on polyvagal principles of neuroception, which are so important to us as human beings, to understand, to experience, how our states make such a difference to how we see the world, and how we can affect it through the SSP. It helps change the way that we can live our lives. There's just so much involved, and it's just such a message of hope and transformation. I just love it, and I want to share that.